Hi, my name is Sheila Beckin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And we are up to way 27 of the 48 ways to wisdom. So 27 ways to wisdom will be done today, but no, 48 ways to wisdom. We still got another 21 days to go. What are the 48 ways to wisdom? 48 ways of acquiring greatness in your life, and I want you to be great. Yeah, I want you to achieve everything you want to achieve. These are basically attitudes. You don't really need to have a theological worldview. You can be atheist, you can be Jewish, you can be Christian, whatever, and you should be able to connect with these mostly. Again, they're basically attitudes. They're from a 2,000-year-old codification of Jewish law called the Mishnah. One of these Mishnahs, one of these tractates is of the Mishnah is called Pirkei Avot, Ethics of Our Fathers. One of the Mishnahs therein is a list of 48 ways to acquire greatness, 48 ways to wisdom, and they list them there. And then Rabbi Noah Weinberg, my rabbi, the rabbi of the rabbinical seminary I went to, Aish Torah, he developed them massively into this big series. This is kind of his cornerstone thing. This was his go-to thing. 48 ways to wisdom. Again, 48 ways to acquire greatness in life. We do a weird day at this time of year because it's called the Omer. The Omer is a very, very spiritually powerful time, and if you work on something every day, you can achieve greatness. You can achieve greatness. You get a little bit of help from above, which is what I kind of like help from above. That's one of my favorite places to get help from. Help from above. I'll take help from anywhere though. I'm pretty somewhat shameless about this. Fine. Before we get into this one, can you hit the like button? Can you hit the share button? Can you hit the subscribe button? And can you comment? Comments are very, very helpful. If you subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed. And if you want to be super nice, check out my Indiegogo. Check out my Indiegogo too. Awesome graphic novels available right now on Indiegogo. That's why I kind of called it my Indiegogo. Link is in the video notes. Thank you very much. Fine, let's open this up. By the way, you should also know I take these from H.com. Again, that's where the rabbinical ceremony I went to. Man, when I was there, it was kind of like a lot wilder than it is now. Now it's like super corporate. But when I was there, we were kind of like a little bit rebellious. We were kind of like crazy. We were like the bad boys of the rabbinical world. That doesn't sound that bad. Anyway, so H.com. But I also had this other site here called Simple to Remember. If I remember, see how simple it is to remember. I'll put the link in the video notes as well, because this has you can listen to Rabbi Weinberg's give his half-hour class on it, and he's better than me. Better than me. So yeah, it's worth listening to. So way 27, the 48 ways with it, is happiness. It's happiness. More specifically, besamech bechelko. That is being in simcha, in joy. Simcha is joy. Bechelko, with one's portion. Yeah, because happiness is predominantly a choice, and I see that over and over and over again. People can choose to be happy. People can choose to be miserable. You can choose to be who you want to be, and it takes work. It does take work, but it's a choice. And this is a way to achieve greatness, because happiness makes you just much more powerful, much more successful, much more able to do incredible things. And so it opens up with a story which I think really, really does demonstrate how happiness is a choice. This is a story from Rabbi Weinberg. He had this place. It still does. This place in the old city of Jerusalem where backpackers would go through. He would meet lots of interesting people. I like meeting interesting people, so he's got a lot of good stories from interesting people. This story is a great illustration. So he says, a guy came up to him and says, when I was 11 years old, I received a gift of happiness from God. I'm like, well, that sounds pretty good. How what did it look like? I was riding my bicycle and a strong gust of wind blew me to the ground into the path of an oncoming truck, and the truck ran over my leg and cut it off. Okay. I would like my happiness to be a little bit fluffier. Quite frankly, as I lay there bleeding, I realized that I might have to live the rest of my life without a leg. How depressing! But then I realized being depressed won't get my leg back. So I decided right there not to waste my life my life despairing. When my parents arrived at, and this is an 11-year-old kid. This is like a real insight. When my parents arrived at, at hospital, they were shocked and grieving. I imagine, but I told them I've already adapted. Now you've got to get used to this too. Ever since then, and this is the important bit, when I see my friends getting upset over little things, their bus came late, they got a bad grade in test, or somebody insulted them, but I just enjoy life. Yeah, this guy just like understands that happiness is an absolute choice. You can choose to react to the life circumstances one way or another. So it takes work. It does take work. Happiness is a state of mind. It's Western civilization says happiness and commercial acquisitions are owning stuff are the same thing, but it's just not at all. My whole life would be great if I could just get that new car, that new phone, the new watch, but no, happiness doesn't really, it doesn't really belong be there at all. And I about 15 years ago, I was having a very financially successful time of life, and I was spending more money than I do now. That's for sure. But I would always get like the latest. I got the iPhone as it came out, and I got updated, and I got the new one. And then I kept doing that. And after a couple of years of that, after a few years of that, you just get to see that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Things just change. The new one's a little bit more convenient, but now not really that much. It's like I change phones whenever my phone dies, whenever I need it. It's just not where happiness is embedded at all. So the Talmud, which is another codification of Jewish law, we have a few of them. We have quite a few. Like Eskimos have words for snow. We have codifications of Jewish law. Someone says, who is a wealthy person who's rich? Somebody who is happy with what he got. Somebody who is this one be Behelka, somebody who rejoices in his portion. And you know what? That's really easy to do. Again, I've been financially affluent, and I've been poor as hell. And happiness has nothing to do with your money. You listen. You do have a more pressing stress when you don't have as much money. That is true, but you also have different stresses as well. I think slightly more insidious stresses when you're wealthy. People people get very mad at other people who have like generational wealth, have money that they didn't earn, that their parents gave them. And they're mad at them because they're jealous. They're really, really, really jealous. The truth is, being born into money is not a good thing. It's not good. It's only a good thing if you think the point of life is to acquire things, is to get stuff. If you think the point of life is to make yourself better, being born into money is not a good thing, right? It's all a part of like just being happy with what you have in life. And again, if you're religious, you can say thank you to the person who gave it to you. And if you don't have much, you always have something. You can see, you can smell that we live in a wonderful world, and there's pleasure there for everyone, from the simplest pleasures to the eating an orange. Take a minute. If you take 1 minute, right, or even like 10 seconds before you eat something, and you stop and you consider and you want to experience the flavor and experience of it and see how much you enjoy it, right? 5 seconds is what it takes you. It's what it costs you, and that's it. And you will have more happiness in life. You absolutely will. Let's just go to the bullet points, see what they have. Happiness is energy and power for living. 100%. Happy people have more power, have more energy. That's so true. Focus on what you have and you'll be happy. Focus on what you don't have and you'll be miserable. Exact 100% true. And like the things you have are just like you have. Even the poorest of people have more wealth than you can really wrap your head around of. The poorest of people live better than most kings did throughout history, which is kind of like kind of wild, but it's still the truth. Happy people are healthy, optimistic, and driving force to achieve. Listen, speaking of somebody who's generally speaking quite happy, I'm quite a happy person. I'm not that healthy. I'm optimistic but I'm not that healthy. Happiness is not a state of living. Happiness is not living in a state of semi-depression. That's mere survival. What? Okay, I think happiness is. I think what they meant to say is happiness is not living a state or not being depressed. No, happiness is actively being happy. Happiness is in your control. By not controlling it, you are a slave to your emotions. Well, I speaking of somebody who is a bit of a slave to his emotions. Yeah, that's true. Happiness requires discipline, determination, and hard work. Yes, yes, this is so true. That is so true. And the people think happiness is free. It's not. It's valuable. It's worth something, and it takes work. Yeah. Oh, it's easy. It's easy to be miserable at your life circumstances. It takes that, and it's hard to take that 5 seconds to appreciate the orange before you eat it. Right? It's hard to train yourself to. Happiness takes discipline and hard work. Happiness is not happening. Don't wait for it to happen. Go out and create it. That's excellent advice. Really, really excellent advice. So yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. I recommend it highly. Happiness is good for you too. My name is Sheila Beck, and you are Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.